Brothers and sisters of the Enclave, and the muties in the back. We are back here today with some more Fallout Hoi 4 Old World Blues. I do want to welcome you guys back to another episode of Old World Blues. For some reason, right when I was about to start the episode, that just popped into my head, and I was like, you know what? That sounds kind of funny. Let's do that. I feel like it fits the narrative, especially since we're segregating the mutants from the pure-blooded enclave of America. I do want to thank you guys for clicking on the video. If you're new here, consider liking, subscribing, and/or commenting on the video. These Hoi 4 videos have been doing so well. I do really want to thank you guys. I've been having so much fun with this playthrough. I did put together the collection of the mods that I'm currently playing. It's a Steam collection. The link should be down in the description. The load order that I have them in is from top to bottom of the collection, and everything's in there. So yeah, I am separating these episodes kind of into goals. Last episode we awoken pretty much the Skynet in Mexico. So that's gonna be dangerous in the future. We also took out all of the gangsters and raiders kind of around us. This episode, I want to delve into Vault City because there's actually a decent amount of stuff in Vault City. Decent amount of content because there's the Gecko power plant, and then there's some other stuff. But I also want to get into God, what's the word I'm looking for? Bringing about the Sierra Army Depot and getting this done, because once we get Sierra Fortress and we do the research for concentration of force, we could start doing no, not Arsenal of Democracy. Where is it? Here it is. The Department of Defense. With the Department of Defense, we have all these bonuses here that we can take. But ultimately what I need this for is when I come up here. Oh, nope, wrong one. Where is it? Officer Corps. I did not realize once we actually finished what we did, we have all of these bonuses now that we can take all this extra stuff for our like army command. And I want to say, yeah, there's a bunch of naval stuff too, and then a lot of Air Force stuff. Navy stuff we won't be getting into probably anytime soon, just because we haven't gotten a coast yet, or one of these like rivers, because these you have to naval invade across these unless you have like a little area to get across. But you can actually use your navy here, which is really cool. I love that about this mod. And we are using some mods that change the naval for the Enclave and kind of the rest of the world. So that's something that's super cool that we'll be getting into at some point. Once we reach that point, we'll be able to expand upon our navy. But yeah, let's just kind of hop into this. I am looking to take some other people outside of Vault City also, but because there's two different things that we could do here. We could fight Vault City and gain an annex war goal against them and just take them out ourselves, or we could bribe the raiders and just straight up take Vault City from them, but it will cost us 300,000 caps. I'm not sure if we fight them, if they'll do something, like let's say to the power plant or something else. But because it's weird that we have an option just to give them 300,000 caps instead of just taking them like by force, like we did with everybody else around. So it's like it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know, it's weird. I might just do it by force because we do have to spend some money on other things. God, what was the other things that we needed to spend money on? Oh, the secret. So increase government funding, going Secret Service counterintelligence, and then protective security detail, because this will help us to where commanders won't be able to get assassinated, which is something that we kind of need, because I'm kind of afraid they will get assassinated. I'm also looking at taking probably Chemalt Station next, because I kind of want to go for the Guardians, mostly for Guardian Citadel, so we can make more money off of that. I'm half and half on increasing our border with the NCR. Like, I'm a little afraid to keep expanding our border with the NCR here. But I know the bigger we get too, the more PP we have to spend and stuff on hiding ourselves from the NCR. I think that's how that works. What was that? Oh, we're making biplanes now. Okay. But we have some civilian factories here that are ready to go. I might do some more power plants, even though once we take Vault City, we will get some extra power from it. See, I'm like half and half on that too. Man. Oh, there's actually 100 infrastructure there. Let's actually go and finish out the infrastructure in New Reno. So we can actually have just perfect infrastructure there. Like, just max that thing out. Okay, so we have contact remnants. And then I think the next one after that lets us... Dang, now if I could find it again. Oh my god. Dude, when our focus tree expanded, it like threw me off hard. I'm trying to figure out like where everything is. Okay, here it is. So contact veteran. So unlock 3 field veteran decision uses. This allows you to field Enclave veterans at the cost of manpower. They still have to be equipped afterwards. So this will actually help us a lot. So 2 divisions of Enclave veterans hiding in New Reno return to the Enclave. And 100 army experience. That's 40 days though, but I feel like that will help, like I said, a lot. Guardian wise, is there... I'm probably just gonna take it just so I can do that. Is there a focus to take the Guardians without having to forcibly declare on them? I don't think so. No, I don't think there is. Okay, so we will just have to full-on declare on them. So, justify war goal, conquer. 240 days. Okay. It'll happen, but at some point. We're needing land doctrine, because to take the Department of Defense, we need concentration of force as one of our researches here. And then I might grab some of these other ones to help us a little bit. That's for enforcers. That's for asymmetrical warfare. I'm kind of sad that we got a bunch of asymmetrical warfare stuff for free. Because I kind of want to go conventional warfare instead. Because we get a lot of max planning out of this and stuff. And then the coordinated assault's kind of nice. I don't know. I might hold on to it for a little bit longer, maybe. We get a lot of army base stuff on this left side, though. Plus 400 HP for army is nuts. For what? Yeah, let's grab wedge formation. 256 days, 167. I'm going to spend that for 167. Let's just get that done. Okay, nice. I need to build up our infrastructure a little bit, like with supply hubs and stuff. I'd like to build it up early, that way in the future I don't have as many issues with it. But a lot of this is connected, which is nice, because we are using mods for like the old world roads and stuff. The Fall of Hungdus? It's just another one of those little groups. Oh, wait, I didn't think about this. Ooh, what is this? I'll have to look at that here in a second. I don't like how it's red here. Oh, man. Okay, that looks like it kind of sucks. Not gonna lie, I kind of just forgot what I was gonna do. Oh, yeah, I was looking at this. Because I can give them motorized stuff, which I don't know if that uses... I mean, I'm assuming it uses the motorcycles. We might have enough for that. So, and I looked, and behold, a Pell farmer. For nearly 40 years now, the people of Modoc have lived as neighbors with a curious collective of farmers. Yeah, I had a feeling doing the segregation stuff was gonna hit us kind of hard here at some point. A group known as the Slags, who have tilled the land as the ghost farm for over a generation, reportedly peaceful by nature. The Slags are a repulsive and tight-knit tribe of mutated humans who have spent the last 200 years living underground in the lava caves of the Black Rock Desert. They're most notably described as being entirely pale, are sensitive to sunlight, and share an irrational fear of the open sky. The farm the Slags work gets its name from the days of the Chosen One. The story goes that in the eyes of the people of Modoc, the farm sprung up overnight. When they found no one living there, a local man moved in, but soon disappeared after describing ghostly, glowing aberrations stalking the farm at night. When the townspeople came looking for him, they found the farm the site of a gruesome display of corpses, some even having been crucified, and so the farm was left abandoned. Only after the Chosen One themselves explored the farm was it discovered that the Slags, in their cunning, had painted themselves in bioluminescent fungus and crafted dummies covered in Brahmin guts so as to avoid confrontation with the surfacers. Using the Chosen One as a mediator, the Slags came to work out a trade agreement with Modoc, which has lasted all the decades since. With the Enclave's arrival, the Slags have once again gone to ground. The farm is empty, save the animals they tended and the corpses they left behind. Fortunately, our forces aren't nearly so superstitious, and the ghost farm has already been secured, being it's one of the larger and better producing farmsteads in North Nevada, and we've increasingly in need of steady food supply as our population increases. We need to make a decision quickly on how to manage the farm. Okay, so while they aren't guilty of being mutants, the Slags are guilty of squatting on federal property. They can either remove themselves or be removed by force. Oh, okay. So we only get that option because we have segregated them. Okay, so that's from that Modoc thing that we chose before. So this actually... Wait, this gives us 3 different weapons here? Enables FIM 102 Blue Streak, the Croton Mower, and anti-air support. That sounds kind of badass, actually. Let's take this research. Because so far, we actually still haven't gotten the thing that the NCR has got air yet. I am currently trying to get biplanes produced. So that way, once they do, we can at least have some kind of fighting force. We could also make, surface-to-air missiles, which could help a lot. I definitely need to get the Sierra Madre, or the Sierra Army Depot upgraded too. I'm going to grab Superior Firepower with some of our Army XP here, just so we can increase our power armor effect a bit more. Which that puts us down to 0, but some of the stuff we're going to take in the future will help us a lot in terms of gaining more Army XP, like outside of fighting. Let's see what else we have around here. Okay, so let's support the Old World Party again. So we're actually putting a lot of power into the Old World Party. We're trying to get Haze in power, because I'm hoping with Haze and power, I don't have to worry as much about the NCR before we take them. Because I'm not going to annex them straight away like I kind of want. I need to make the new XO1 power armor, but I also need a lot of the advanced components. We'll get these with the Sierra Madre. Or, God, I keep wanting to say Sierra Madre. The Sierra Army Depot, man. Oh, my God. Let's put 10... Let's start stacking biplane or factories into biplanes right now. Oh, yep. This is what I was talking about with the tanks. So intelligence reports out of California. Seems the NCR has finally gotten around to reading those armored warfare books that were collecting dust in Fort Irwin and the Marine Corps Training Center at 21 Palms. We're getting reports from agents within the NCR Army that they are trailing what appears to be simplified versions of our pre-war tank, and looks a lot like our ancient Sherman tank from World War II. Radio interceptions indicate that these things are the Grizzly Mark I tank and seems to function primarily as an infantry support tank designed to engage Raider strongholds or heavy gun support against Wasteland horrors. Of course, a 75mm or heavier gun can just as happily knock out a soldier in power armor, and it's supposed to be a parade of them next week where they will officially be unveiled. But it looks like the NCR is rapidly mobilizing to handle the Legion, which unfortunately is not good for us. So we could bring me my brown pants, which spawns 10 easy to defeat tank divisions for the NCR. Image is Old World Thunder Redux. Okay. And then bring me my red shirt, spawns 40 challenging NCR tank divisions. So I'd say since they just got these, they're going to produce more naturally. I'm going to say to spawn the 10 because I feel like them just getting like 40 of these things out the gate is like wild. Like it's kind of wild. Especially with them fighting the Legion, but they should produce them normally too. Something I haven't looked at because we've been producing troops like crazy. What is our upkeep for army wages? -16 for army wages is kind of wild. But we're getting good amount of income from New Reno. We're gaining 41 caps from New Reno, which is great. So we're still able to... these are decent. But so we're still able to hold... Or not hold, but we're still able to field a decent army. Now I want to see something. I did change... No, that's Whitehall's group, which I need to change Whitehall's group also. I want her to keep the maintenance groups and stuff in there, though, so I'm going to add power armor platoons to them. Okay, so you three are going to change over to the PA group that we have, but you should keep your name, which is great. Yep, okay, good. So they're able to change over to just add some more to them. We don't have any extra power armor, which is the issue, too. Okay, this is where I'm kind of getting into a snag right now because I could either A, do the Vault City thing right now, B, go about increasing the funding for the Secret Service and making it to where we can't get assassinated as easily, or C, honestly, I don't know what C is right now. Oh, the Sierra Madre Depot. God, the Sierra Madre Depot. The Sierra Army Depot, man. Dude, I gotta get it into my brain. I don't know what's going on today. Which, this is 40 days. That's 40 days. Honestly, we need to start producing... This is only 3. Let's start producing the power armor as quickly as we can. Because we need to start building up our power armor. Behemoths. Night Skinwalkers. Oh, okay. Talking about the assassination, dude. Oh my god. Assassination attempt foiled. Thank you. I don't even have Secret Service in here, dude. Oh my god. I think we about got assassinated. It was a quiet morning in the depot. Douglas Granite had arrived for an inspection of the new automated defenses at the base when the Sentry Bot powered up on its own out of the blue. The red-eyed death machine then began firing at Douglas Granite, who was just barely tossed into cover by Secret Service agents. Among the crowd was the resident Enclave robotics expert, Orwich, who quickly tore off the Sentry Bot's control panel and rewired it, not only to discover who had last accessed it, but set the bot to search and destroy. After its initial reprogramming was received, the Sentry Bot rolled across the base towards an older gentleman who was hiding behind a concrete barricade. He barely had time to understand what was happening before the Sentry Bot finished its command and powered down, leaving a bloody mess for the depot janitors. Douglas Granite, having finally wrestled the Secret Service off of him, walked over to Orwich, who was powering down the robot. Amidst the smell of blood, smoke, and gunpowder, Douglas Granite promoted Orwich right there on the spot for saving his life. What if this was all a plan by Orwich and just totally set up the other dude? Or like they were in it together, and that's why he was so close to the robot and was just able to rip off the panel and rewire it real quickly. Man did that for the fame and fortune. God, we might actually just spend the caps to just get Vault City into our power here, because I don't want to risk something happening while we take it. Because I just find it weird that we could either spend the money or take the fight. And that's what's throwing me off. Oh, I also forgot about this. I just remembered this. This is one of the mods that we have, and I totally forgot about it until now. The Blue Moon TR's National Focus idea, or I remembered it at the end of last episode, which we're gonna spend the 100 to get the diplomatic one, so we can gain more quicker. I wish I would have taken that so earlier, like so much earlier, that we would have stacked so much PP much earlier. Oregon chapter formed. So an unlikely union in Oregon, the Brotherhood, remnants known as the Cause, and the people of the Timberline have come together to form the Oregon chapter. The reasons behind the alliance aren't fully clear, but could be as simple as mere survival in the survival. The cause has now gained a local power base and an impressive number of potential recruits. While the Timberline will benefit from the newcomers' technology expertise, while neither nation was partially warlike before their alliance, they are now poised to become an emergent power in the region if they sort out their combined list of enemies first. Do they oppose the Immortal? That is actually kind of cool. I like that they just formed like a Brotherhood of Steel chapter pretty much. That is awesome, dude. I love that. And they have a truce with the Washington Brotherhood right now. I'm wondering if one of them was at war with them. I hope they don't join hands with the Washington Brotherhood, because that would suck. That would suck a lot. Oh my god. Okay, we're at 51 out of 240 days on that. I can't be having like as many of these groups that are on our border like crazy. The Brotherhood, or Texan Brotherhood, declared war on patrolmen, which is actually surprising that they declared war, because the Texas Brotherhood, unless that was like a civil war that was going on, because I think their AI has like focuses more on defense. Yeah, AI modifier, focus on defense plus 50%. They're not even like a warlike Brotherhood group. So that's kind of wild that they're actually doing that. Okay, so we're gonna go better far below, and then we're gonna excavate the lower levels. But I think once we do this, it'll let us choose one or the other here to take for free, like instantly. So it's actually 40 days, and we get 3 national focuses done out of that. The cold wind from the north. Oh God, what is this? News from caravans and refugees fleeing Washington report that the Washington Brotherhood of Steel has begun the assembly of a fleet of airships and aircraft, and have deployed a few in their operations, suppressing from Tacoma to Walla Walla. These new aircraft are expected to expand the Immortal region of terror beyond previously assessed limits. What scant few details on their capabilities describe them leveling whole towns, and each one is suspected of being able to hold an entire battalion of Brotherhood Knights. New California Republic air officials have expressed worry, but ensure citizens that the nascent NCR Air Force will meet this threat. However, coupled with the development in the Legion, it seems the Wasteland, Jesus, I keep wanting to say Washington there, is becoming a far more dangerous place by the minute. So what? They got airships. I have an air force. Actually, we don't. We don't have an air force. I don't know what you're talking about. We have 38 biplanes. I don't know if you want to call that an air force, but it ain't much. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Oh wait, wait, this does close air support also? What's your close air support looking like? So you have 1.5 ground support. So not a lot, but it's something. I guess it's more than what the enemy can field. So I guess this one group will do air superiority for them. Oh, you know what? Just do it close air support, because I doubt a lot of these groups around us have any kind of air. They might have AA though, but I doubt they have air. God, that's kind of scaring me now with the Washington Brotherhood. These guys are getting too big for their britches. Let me check this. Oh, we can upgrade it again. Dude, that's crazy. Oh, we spend PP on that, I do believe. 500 infantry equipment, 500 manpower, and 200 motorized equipment, and 25k caps. Dude, I actually really like this, this revised, like this reworked thing for this. Like, that's actually sweet. Like the reworked scavenging stuff. I like that a lot. Here's hoping, because we ended up, you know, because we woke up Skynet, we were able to get sophisticated robot tech, but we still need basic and intermediate robot tech to upgrade them, because we don't have the basic robotics tech or the intermediate, but we have sophisticated. We have sophisticated. It cost us probably burning the rest of the world down, but we got it. We have it in our hands. Okay, better far below. So expand below. Excavation of the lower levels has begun, and to our surprise, we found a pre-war survivor. Wait, we did? Private First Class Aldi Dobbs of the U.S. Army. He's been locked in stasis. Oh, he's been in stasis. Okay. For the better part of 200 years, our scientists carefully initiated revival procedures to ensure he did not suffer post-cryonic syndrome and turn into a puddle of slime. After a few minutes of disorientation, he's recovered fully, though is somewhat distraught after learning of the intervening 200 years. However, he is eager to return to service, being a loyal American soldier, since he's a purebred genetic human. No one will object to his request. Our engineers are ready to begin excavation, though they only have the manpower for one project currently. So we're going to excavate and expand. So that should have given us... God, how can I see that now? Where is the resource thing? I kind of forget. No, it's supply map mode, terrain, resistance, compliance, resource. Okay. Yeah, so we have 38 advanced components in here now. We need to take Slander too. That's another 5. That's actually kind of nuts. Okay, so that's a lot of advanced components. So now we should be able to just fully produce our XO1. Yeah, with no issues. Oh yeah, dude, we are about to be producing a bunch of gunships here. I need this, but I kind of want the archives. I don't know what we get from the archives is the thing. Let's go scavenging the surface first. We're gonna go this side because it lets us, like I said, choose one of these for free. So we kind of get 2 national focuses for 20 days, which is really nice. Okay, let's grab, since we have some maintenance companies now, we could upgrade the maintenance companies a little bit. Give them a few extra bonuses, but I kind of want to do this because I need to build the new version of the power armor, but I want all the upgrades that I can get. Dude, I can spend the army XP and get it a little bit faster, but no. Yeah, we're already down to only minus 14 power armor. That's sweet. Sweet. Oh, these guys have power armor? The Guardians. Wait a minute. Are you guys like... Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, okay. So these guys have actually some power armor. Are we actually going to be in for a little bit of a fight? Because they have a decent amount of special forces. They have 3 units of power armor. Given we have more power armor, but it depends on how upgraded their power armor is. And it looks like they have a lot of power armor units in there. They also have an anti-tank unit. Oh, dude. Okay, that's going to be kind of a fight, man. I could upgrade this too and get a little bit more defense on our power armor units for free. Ooh, what is this? Is this just all desert? Okay, desert till back here, which is hills. So what I could do is spend some of this on desert terrain and get extra attack and defense and recovery rate for our power armor units. We're going to do that. We're training to fight in the desert pretty much is like what it's looking like. I kind of like the thought process behind that. I do dig that a little bit. Okay. Shifting alliances. Iron Alliance has joined the BlackRock Federation. Interesting. Okay, support the Old World Party again. Send out some more supplies. Okay, what's the Old World Party looking like over here, control-wise? I don't know, because... Oh, okay, so technically the Old World Party is mostly in control. Yeah, so they went intellectual as a whole already. So honestly, I think I just have to mess with their votes to put Hayes in power, and I think we're good. We just kind of have to wait on their voting time, I suppose. Let's get some more power cells. Where do I have good infrastructure? Okay, so we can put 2 in the den. I don't really want to build anything in the Sierra Army Depot at the moment. I kind of want to leave that be. But I'll put like 3 in New Reno there. And that should be good for a little bit. Okay, nice. We got Return of the Rollers for the tank. So that's a tank upgrade. So we are producing tanks. Scavenging the surface. So at yeah. Because this gives us the air defense technology, the Nemesis ADS, which will actually help us against the Brotherhood too. I didn't think about that. But we're gonna get these extra gunships and stuff. So we're gonna go rolling the skies early. So oh wait, we could produce. Oh, it's Vertebird Support Company. It's not the. I don't think it's the ground one. Opening the old hangars. The hangars of the depot have been closed for well over 200 years, and we had to cut them with plasma cutters just to gain access inside. However, was it something none of us was expecting? An entire fleet of VB-01 Vertibirds, the pre-war model of the Enclave Warhorse. While not as well armored as the VB-02 gunship or having as large of a capacity as the VB-02 transport, the VB-01 is a versatile utility platform that could perform a variety of functions on the battlefield that the other two find difficult in accomplishing. We've even found technical manuals and flight instructions allowing us to train new generations of Army pilots. Sadly, the VB-01s we found are in a sorry condition, and many seem to have been cannibalized for parts. Thankfully, technicians are looking them over and assured us that it's possible to reproduce these aircraft using the facilities here at the depot. Begin production immediately. Nice. Okay, so we can get some support company through that. Now, what does this do for us? Okay, so we actually don't need this to reactivate this. That's actually nice. Okay. Wait, we can get 60 power out of the Sierra Army Depot, too. Oh, and we can get some... Oh, dang. I did not realize we had shattered communications right now, which hurts us a lot. Dude, we have a lot of debuffs from that. Okay, we definitely need to do this to grab that. Let's do recovering the archives next to try to get a little bit of that going on. So war. War never changes. It's October 2277, 200 years ago, the world ended at 0913 EST. The Integrated Operational Nuclear Detection System detected the first 4 missiles launches, and the United States went to DEFCON 2. 4 minutes later, NORAD confirmed, sealed the fate of the world. At 0926 EST, the president, secure on the rig, and with the same remorse as the chairman Chang, ordered a retaliatory strike. 2 hours later, the two powers who controlled the world fell silent. The end of the world occurred pretty much as we had predicted. Too many humans, not enough space or resources to go around. The details are trivial and pointless. The reasons, as always, purely human ones. Now, all that remains are the children of a ruined Earth still suffering the scoring of atomic war, inhabiting the husks of once great cities, looking at the decaying murals, and some clinging to the fading marks of the old world. However, one's future in the Wasteland is never certain in the depot. An old world power has awakened. Life in America is about to change. 250 pp. Oh my god. Oh, we got Pandora's box on this. When our men descended in the depths of the research facility, scouted by Van Graffs, most of them never returned. A member of the party reports being ambushed by sentry bots soon after setting foot in the inner laboratory. Thankfully, a few brave soldiers made it home. Plus 50 manpower, 40 units of infantry equipment. Dang, dude. Oh, we got 40 army XP from that. I was hoping that would actually pay off and we would have hit the treasure trove that was listed there, but we're not as lucky. 45 days on this. We lose some stability, but we gain more manpower and stuff. Let's do that. Okay, so we got wet ammunition there. Let's go with the Wastelander bus next. I don't know, though, because I kind of want to go for... Well, that's in sophisticated. I don't think we have sophisticated yet, do we? We do not. So, yeah, let's go Wastelander bus here, because we'll probably be using these Wastelander buses for a little bit. Also, we now have... Okay, I'm going to set you guys, since we have the other ones, to air superiority, because now we have the gunships and then the transports. The gunships are going to be close air support. Let's attach them here. And then we have these cargo planes. So air supply, we are going to air supply into here. Dude, these vertibirds have range. Oh my god. At least the transport ones do. That is nuts. Okay, that's actually good because that'll get us help us with supply in there. And then, yeah, I don't think these biplanes have good area. I don't think they're going to be doing much for us. I could actually move them. They'll move on their own once we go to war. Yeah. Okay, let's add another group here of biplanes and do air superiority on them, and then also add them into here. Good. I need to pay attention. Oh, well, I say I need to pay attention to my manpower, but we're actually doing really good on manpower, too. What's our money looking like? 429,000. Okay, yeah. Honestly, yeah, I'm going to spend the money to just straight up annex them when that happens. We're sitting on a lot of PP right now. Dang, that ups our cap expense like crazy. I need some more bonuses. We lose 4 cap income, but we gain 5% research and 10% construction. We'll take that. And then let's try to see what kind of bonuses we can get from this. Monthly population. We lose a little bit of war support, though, from Dr. Henry. We're going to take that. Honestly, we're doing really good on war support and stability. We don't really need that as a whole. Wait, what about down here? Wait, can we not take more researchers since we have one of the researchers? I guess not. Okay. Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that. Ooh. Let's do ground support now. Get some bonuses for that. And then we could go loyal soldier. It's only 50, actually. Let's grab a bunch of these. Army experience gain plus 15%. We'll take that because we do need a decent amount of army experience early. And then let's grab... Did I grab air experience? Okay, so we have... Oh my god. That's a lot of technology. Basic energy weaponry, focusing arrays, common energy weaponry, sophisticated support tech, sophisticated power armor tech, old world armor, dynamite, frag grenades, light machine guns, which we have some of these already. Basic infantry equipment, advanced ballistic weaponry, anti-tank rifles, we already have that. FIM, I think we have... No, I don't think we have that. And then Crimson Dragoons. Jesus, dude, that is nuts. Okay, that just, like, opened us up a lot of tech there, which one of them being the advanced carbine, which we have... Actually, that's a common energy weapon. Yeah, well, okay, well, we're going to start making the advanced carbines here. Dude, that is crazy. And then yeah, here's the vertibirds that we have. Is one of these casts? Because I see we have 2 of them. So the VB-01B and then the MVB-01. Because this one's just like armor, speed. Oh, wait, no, these are for support companies. That's right. I'm a little dumb. But what kind of support company where you need extra armor and stuff? Or does it just add armor to the unit maybe? Because this one also has armor. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's like, I just use these extra, like if I have one. Like it adds mobility. It's like the vehicles. That's probably what it is, actually. Okay, so that's the blue streak. Which I think is what we were researching already. Yeah, so it just pretty much just gave us the tech from what we were already researching. So that was kind of a waste, but kind of not. Plus 1% coordination on that. Let's go power armor. We do have the T50. We can take the T45D now. But this is kind of like the same as what we have as the X01. I think it's just like the X01's a little better than this. Like as a base model. So core assembly here, not too great. The stealth boy I want to take. I will spend that on this because that breakthrough and entrenchment is crazy on that. And then once we finish that, we will make our new versions of the X01 power armor. How long do we have left, actually, on these guys? 125 out of 240. I see they're producing more troops. I see more and more troops getting produced, which is kind of scary because I see more power armor troops too. That's for fuel usage. I don't really care for fuel usage at the moment. We didn't get robotics basic out of that. I'm actually really sad about that now. I actually don't see the Vertibird tech on this tree. I see the gunship here for Vertibird, but it looks like we need a decent amount of stuff for that to get it. I know one of the techs that we get gives us these down the segregation side. It was one of the reasons why I went down the segregation side, which will slowly build that up. Ooh, those projects do sound kind of nice too. God, there's a lot of options here for stuff. Let's do this. We can get that 2 years early, so we might as well. This is going to be a force to be reckoned with, honestly. Like, that's going to be kind of a... Ooh, the Scavenger's Triumph. In the ruins of ancient factory, our scavengers found pre-war goods. A caravan of trucks is bringing the expedition's plunder back. So this is where we just sent, like, the 500 and stuff. Poseidon Energy Schematics as technology, bro. What? Let me look at that. What is that? That should be under reward technology, right? Poseidon Energy Schematics. Like, what does that give us? Here it is. So... Poseidon Energy was a pre-war company. Yeah. But what does that give us, though? Unlocks the corresponding pre-war business. Oh, okay. So it's like a business that I could take from one of these, from the corporate... Yeah, Poseidon Energy pre-war. Ah, okay. That's actually cool. I like that a lot. Oh, that was... I should have read that. I quickly clicked off of it. No. But I think that was them getting air now. The NCR has an air force now. Electronics research speed is actually kind of high, is higher up on that now. Let's grab that. So we do have to worry about the NCR having an air force now. Nice. And I think that gives us 2 units. Oh, it's the Mr. Handy divisions. Ah, okay. I don't really like these, if I'm being honest. I feel like they're gonna get... They say it's funny because it says SAM defenses, but they're protectrons. So were these like just protecting the defenses on the airfield? Is that what that was? Let me see. What's the air attack on this? 4.6. Okay, so maybe I'm guessing the protectrons can serve as air defense then. Huh. That's kind of cool. Like I said, I'm at an in-between on if I want to keep them or if I just want to swap them out. Or something else. Because I could just turn them into power armor infantry. God, I need more power armor though, too. If I'm going to do that. You know what? Keep them. Why not? Send them to the infantry brigades right now. Oh, we need to control Vault City for this. Okay. Well, that's where I was going to go next after I take that anyway for restoring the power. So I guess I'll do that now then. So we're going to go send for the bear. Because we should be able to take Vault City that way before we fight the Guardians. Because we're just going to pay the caps. I really don't like how much they're producing. I'm not going to lie. They're producing a lot of stuff. Which our power armor units are no slouches either. I'm going to upgrade our power armor a little bit. Oh, wait, we can get a power armor just fire team straight up. Adds a decent amount of soft attack. We lose other stuff, though. Demolitions team. Yeah, I feel like the hard attack we're going to need a little bit of. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. We're going to add a power armor there. And then... I don't think I have... Oh, nope. Okay, it only costs us 1. So let's add a power armor demolitions team to this. And then we can actually do one as a support also. That only adds 5. Could just do another fire team as a support. Oh, whoops. I clicked the wrong thing is what happened. Whoops. Okay, this one. This is what I was looking at here. So we have the Vertibird support stuff too. Heavy AA batteries. Medevac. Vertibirds. Adds a decent amount of organization. I don't know if we have enough, though, to really be able to handle that. Let's add anti-tank here, because we are making a lot of the anti-tank rifles. So that'll also help us a little bit on our heart attack. You gotta be kidding me. I need like 1 for that, because I didn't realize that was there. Okay, so we'll spend the 10 on this. Oh, wait, no, we just got another one. Okay, yeah, there we go. Perfect. That's going to help our PA, our power armor units a lot. I keep wanting to call them PA units now. That ups our efficiency cap. We'll take that. I should have looked at our other research that we could take, but it is what it is. Okay, so send for the bear. Go home, NCR, go home. Or go on home. If there was one thing the refugees that fled to Vault City were always wary of, was the NCR garrison in the city. While the standing trooper was never a concern, their officers were always suspicious of the influx of personnel from the west. Well, we know how it all ended. However, if we are to make any headway, we're going to need the resources of Vault City. And if the garrison sees the Enclave marching in towards the city or power armor being produced, the rest of the NCR will become suspicious. Well, thankfully, Navarro has delivered. With our spies in the NCR, we've been able to forge documents for sending the garrison in the Vault City out to Navarro, opening up a golden opportunity to swoop in and claim the city for ourselves. They should be cleared out by the time we decide to invade or offer protection, seeing the garrison has vacated, which opens up a nice little opportunity. So Vault City, remove the NCR garrison, which grants... so we lose a bit of the extra stuff there. Wait, I'm confused. So they lose those, but then they gain those? Okay. Well, wait, why can't I bribe them? We need an army strength of 200% or more compared to Vault City. That sucks. Okay. And then Vault City, one of the following must be true. First citizen line is currently country leader. Okay. And we have to accept ghouls. So we're going to have to do a show of force. We're going to have to annex them.
Who the hell is this?
Okay, I need you guys to move and posture on their border as quickly as you can. Which is pretty quick, because we know it's not like we have a crazy amount of territory to have to do that. It's taking some of our guys forever, though, because of the organization. That scared me. Complaints about rations. The abundance of non-perishable military rations scattered across what remains of the USA has always been of vital importance to the Enclave. The hydroponic facilities at our bases are not always able to keep up to demand, and we hardly have the manpower to send out to till the fields. This leaves us at the mercy of the logistics officers of 200 years ago. However, and it appears some form of mislabeling has resulted in the Sierra Army Depot being stocked with a century supply of hard Russian cheese. A recent power surge has damaged one of our hydroponic harvests. Since then, the hard Russian cheese has been served with breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day. This has caused some disgruntled personnel, chef among them, lead scientist to accuse the cooks of a lack of skill and creativity and demanded we ban the Russian cheese. So, gain war support. You'll have to deal with it until the menu changes. He'll have to deal with it until the menu changes. Okay, they don't have power armor. They have a lot of ghoul divisions, a little bit of motorized, one special forces that we could see. So they don't have a lot. So we can definitely deal with Vault City pretty easily. We should be able to do it. I always say should. Okay, we have finished the show for us. Let's get Wasteland tank research next. Okay, let's take this real quick before any other things happen. So we need to take that next also, but we need to first take Vault City. That's 15 days. What can I run while we wait on that? Or for us to take that? Let's take the first brick. That's 30 days. I highly doubt it'll take us 30 days to take this, honestly, though. Yeah, dude. Those mutants are crumbling already. This is why we don't allow mutants into our armed forces. I love seeing the... Okay. Lannis goes west. Because that is Caesar's boys over here. Wait, what? Wait, did Caesar's Legion take over the territory that he took? Then where is he going then? Legate Lannis, monster of the east and conqueror of 19 tribes, has come west, following the conclusion of a bloody military campaign in New Mexico and Colorado, which saw the Legion subsume the tribes of Dog City and Twin Mothers. The legate has reportedly arrived on the eastern bank of Colorado River to command the Legion's massed forces there. Oh, so we're about to have probably the Battle of Hoover Dam from the actual Fallout New Vegas, because he's somewhere over here then. One of Caesar's most highly respected and feared military commanders, the arrival of the legate and his eastern cohorts signifies a new level of intensity in the Legion's campaign in the Mojave and beyond. Caesar has found his hammer against the west. Yeah. Ooh, yep. That means that's about to pop off. Okay, what are we gaining for power armor-wise? Okay, we're going to go strip 10 on that now. That's 30 advanced. We still have 32 left over. Let's throw another 10 into power armor. And then let's build up some more of these. Let's build some more mills. I do want to build up some more civs also, because I want to do more intelligence agency stuff, because we're going to need this too. The 80s has defeated the grabber territory. Grab! So the 80s have been growing on our doorstep a lot too. The fall of Vault City. Bitter fighting over Vault City is starting to cease. Sierra Enclave are starting to clean up what's left of Vault City, while the residents are unsure of what to expect from their new overlords as Sierra Enclave takes the treasures of the Vault to New Reno. Who would have thought such a city could even be taken? Okay, they can't stand much more, so we're about to take Gecko next. Hide from the NCR, please, because I'm seeing that getting a little higher, and it's kind of scary. Let's spend 200k caps to lower that again, honestly. I guess we don't need to do this anymore, right? Because popularity of the intellectuals is already super high in New Vegas. Or, not New NCR. Jesus, dude. My brain is fried right now. Do I need another energy drink? Jesus. Dude, the amount of advanced components we're going to be getting out of that is crazy. Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot our spy was captured before. Okay, go back to the Guardian. Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize it's called Guardian Brotherhood. Dude, I am just like... I am blind today. I am deaf, dumb, and blind. So Vault City is currently disabled for a few days. Now, do we have a thing to where we can... Oh, wait. Oh, what is this? Vault City University. So we get 5% legitimacy, but it costs us 300 caps. I was hoping it would give us, like, a research slot or something towards research. Maybe it does when it's over. Let's get a phone call. Jesus, that kind of scared me. Let's put another 10 into tanks, because I am, like I said, I do want to produce a tank division, which we don't really have a lot of army experience right now. I want to make this a decent size. The organization is horrible. Dude, we're going to need a lot of army XP for these tanks. I'll start producing some right now just to have, like, out. Man. But having, like, some kind of even small tank division will help us a lot. So that's trade factor, division organization, max command, division trading time, innovation, justify war goal time. Justify war goal time, we'll spend the 100 on that for expansion 1. Because that'll help us along. Dude, they're getting a lot of troops. They're producing as quickly as they can. So we're at 193 out of 240 of taking them. We are currently almost done with the first brick here, and then we could take the Vault City stuff, which will help us massively also. We have 100 more makeshift biplanes. Okay, the biplanes actually have a lot more area than I thought. To be laid down. It will be a long road to restore America, and chief among it is getting America's industry back online. Much of it lay in ruins, but we're the Enclave, and if anyone can get it back online, we can. Many members of the military are adamant of getting our old military-industrial complex back online, producing the weapons of war needed to reconquer the continent. Civilian members, however, are pointing out to win, I guess it's supposed to be over the populace, we are going to need to produce goods and products to remind them of what we are rebuilding, or at least distract them from the reality of post-war America. So Nuka-Cola bottles won't win wars. So complete the military-industrial complex, focus on civilian infrastructure, we'll finish civilian infrastructure. Is that one of these? Okay, yeah. Guns. Guns. And now we should be able to take... Yeah, our new America. So gains core on Vault City. But what I want to take, though, is this. Restore the reactor first, because it removes shattered communications, which will help us fight these Brotherhood guys much, much better. We're roughly equal right now, which really does scare me. I'm wondering if they have... Let me check something. Do they have Vertibirds? Intel Ledger, Air Force... Okay, they have no deployed manpower in the air. So honestly, our little bit of Air Force should help us a lot. I'm going to go close air support on this too, just to try to get a little bit more CAS up and running. That's a cipher. There's no way we'd do a cipher on them in time. Let's do watch out for spies to try to get our intelligence up more. Okay, that's composite armor done. What are we waiting on now? It's just the PA. I think it's just the stealth boy. And then once we finish the stealth boy, we'll be good to make our new version of our power armor. Because the rest of these take too long. And I'd like a new version now. New Vegas's downfall. Wait, what? For the first time in living memory, the casinos of New Vegas Strip failed to open for business this morning, largely thanks to their annihilation in the fierce fighting against the Mojave Brotherhood. For days, fighting on the Strip raged as Securitrons and mobs loyal to the great families of the casinos attempted desperately to prevent their precious city from falling to hostile powers. Ultimately, the Strip was lost, but even the families of the Strip continued to stubbornly defend their casinos. Following a direct order from Elijah, the casinos were demolished with the last mobsters inside them. Much to the dismay of the soldier keen on looting the riches, the Securitrons, meanwhile, withdrew in the direction of the Mojave's weather monitoring system, although attempts to find them have so far been unsuccessful. Wait, did they go to the bunker? Vegas survived the Great War, but not the Mojave Brotherhood. So dang, they actually fell there. Oh, that's a tank module? That's kind of cool, I guess. Honestly, I think we have still another 100 days for this, 127. So we could get this too, just to throw in there. Because that'll actually be finished before the Pip Boys do. Not gonna lie, I'm surprised we've been hidden from the NCR as well as we have so far. It's costing us an arm and a leg, though, each time. Dang, okay, never mind. We're actually at... We spent 200k caps already to lower the other thing. Let's do Vault City University, then. Let's get that up and running. Because we have the caps to spend. Okay, restore the reactor finished. Ooh, that gets us 4 arms workshops. It's actually kind of nuts. Let's make that a core. Okay, we're sitting on 7 army XP now. Let's do our... Actually, let me look at my auxiliary units here. I actually never added... Ooh, I could add power armor support to these guys. That'd be kind of cool. It'll cost us more, but it'll make them a little bit stronger. Let's do that. I like that. That's going to cost us a lot of power armor, though, isn't it? Yep. Yep. But we are kind of okay in the sense of being able to supply resources for these now. So we're going to up our factories on those. Because the power armor is our driving force of our military right now, for sure. Let's start building up air bases here real quick. Okay, so Homecoming. Vault City and its corresponding... Actually, while I do... Because I'm going to read it while this is going. So let's do Gecko Power Plant next. I'm going to have this go, but I'm going to lower it to 3. Vault City and its corresponding suburbs of Courtyard was once the... Oh, God. Leave me alone! I'm just going to leave it. Was once the home to many of the Enclave refugees who had survived Navarro, and it was here many made their home. The elderly settled here, and the next generation grew up in these streets, and the next generation had been friends with many of the other city children. Yet, now the return not as fellow citizens, but as conquerors, gazing over their former comrades from behind the eyes of power armor. Dude, that's so... Perhaps it was wishful thinking on Douglas Granite's part to use the former president to assault the city. They knew it better than anyone, and it was hoped that fighting would be quick and decisive in a moment of humanity. Many from the city couldn't bring themselves to shoot who they called friends and even family, instead routinely suggesting for surrender and to avoid casualties. Much of the city's leadership refused, and it took a special operation by members from New Reno to finally crack the city open. Now that it lay back in Enclave hands, many of its former residents couldn't help to assist in reconstruction from the heavy fighting between Vault City security and the Enclave soldiers. Others hoped to resettle in their homes, though it would be awkward to resettle after their so sudden disappearance, only to reappear after the Enclave returns. These are our citizens. Be sure to incorporate the city guard. Okay, let's see what we get here. So we must treat them with respect. So stability, command power, manpower, and then security chief mayor becomes a unit leader. Be sure to incorporate the city guard so we can use their knowledge. So army experience, manpower. He still becomes... Whoa, dang. Okay, we get a lot of unit leaders. Yeah, let's do that. Let's incorporate the guard. So what is it, just enforcers? Okay, yeah. Dude, that's kind of sweet. I'm not going to lie.
Why isn't your video feed working?
How strong are these guys compared to... Because I think they're just enforcers. So how strong are these enforcers compared to our normal guys? So soft attack. Yeah. I'm going to keep you guys as enforcers, but we're going to equip you with the best of the best Enclave equipment. I am going to... I don't think I can swap out your image, can I? No, that's fine. You guys are going to stay as the guard, but you're going to become true Enclave soldiers here today. Okay, let's add you guys to the front here. Let's give you a new person. Ooh, I just thought about this. A lot of the unit leaders we got from them, are they good in infantry tactics, I wonder? Colonel Edward Prescott. That dude looks pretty cool, though. I'm not going to lie. Leader experience gain plus 20 is actually great. Lieutenant General. Chief. Oh, Security Chief. That max general size could actually help a lot there, but I don't like how you... Okay, I think a lot of these guys just are good in defense. Yeah, that's kind of what it seems. A lot of the Security Chief, which makes sense. Let's give you this guy, because I kind of dig this guy. That, and he gets actually 30% leader experience, and he has 5 attack out the gate. Yep. Okay, you're going to join the front. And I think I can give you straight up infantry attack and defense. Yeah. Mysterious Stranger. Perfect. And then Gun Nut, which will help with the other stuff, with the added stuff there. Perfect. Okay.
This is Enclave main comm.
I need you guys to join the front against the Brotherhood down here. Nice. Nice. So we lose 1 water in those, but we gain efficiency cap and efficiency growth. This ups our base. Let's go with prospecting. let's go back up to 4 speed. Nice. Okay, so we finished. I feel like we should do good against this, right? Like we have cast. They don't have cast. We have good demolition teams. Okay, so we're not pushing down here, but we are pushing in other areas. Yep. Okay, yes, we're breaking through the middle. Okay, I need you guys to do this. Go here, here, here. Cut them off.
This is Enclave main.
Same with you. Go down, take Silver Peak, move here. Cut off their entire front line.
This is Enclave main com.
East Coast Exiles. Oh, that's new. To our astonishment, a group of unrecognized vertibirds have approached to our location with a legitimate Enclave call sign. They are led by a lieutenant named Schultz, supporting Enclave power armor. Schultz traveled from the Raven Rock facility in the capital Wasteland, leading a Verdi assault team dispatched by Colonel Autumn to salvage assets from the ashes of Navarro and the rig. The mission was a suicide errand designed by Autumn to purge opposition from his ranks. Those that survived found us, not ruins. While news of this illegitimate President Eden is troubling, most of the Enclave vertibirds went east with Autumn's father, and Schultz's tactical experience could be invaluable in integrating air power within Enclave ground forces. Well, so Autumn just gave us like some really good stuff there. That's not all who arrived. Stepping off the last vertibird, Schultz was quick to inform everyone that the commander of the operation was none other than George Harrison. No one had the slightest idea of who that was. Some didn't even know what that was. Fortunately, some of the older members of the Enclave mentioned that it was the civilian leader of all military assets of the United States military, answering only to the president himself. Ooh, is he about to be able to give us like ideas of where a bunch of stuff is? Harrison introduced himself to Douglas Granite, who was more than happy to receive the Secretary of Defense. After some introduction, Harrison described a falling out with the East Coast Enclave, and he was sent west to give the expedition some authority. He knew, however, it was the same as the rest, a way to get rid of him. Suffice to say, he was glad his expedition wasn't in vain. Well, didn't know they were carrying a VIP. Welcome aboard. So he becomes available as a Secretary of Defense. Oh, that's cool. What does he give us, though, is the question. So that should be which one? Of Cultured Affairs? Ooh, that agriculture one seems kind of nice, though. No? I doubt it's going to be economic affairs, but he was civilian commander, though. No. Oh, here he is. Yeah. So he was in theoretical affairs. So Secretary Diva. Ooh, okay. That's actually nice. That is great. Okay, we're definitely taking that. That is sweet. Okay, what do we have going on right now in decision making? Okay, it's just that. Okay. Now I need to... We have more Air Force. So let's add in these extra vertibirds. So supply. And then close air support. Let's add them here. Nice, dude. That was wonderful.
Got you.
Nice. Okay, so we cut off their northeastern front. Okay, now what do we do here now? We can take this for our base of operations. Okay, so we can't repair the power grid yet. We need... Has completed focus the Enclave Police. Okay. So then we're going to do this then, because we do need to go down here so we can take the National Defense thing. We need to finish that off. Wait. I'm so confused. We ever find... Oh, you know what? I think that's fine. Yeah, we'll take rapid deployment. So army speed ups training time, though, but... Army organization regain is actually kind of nice. So we'll take this as one of our researches. Nice. Okay, so we... Yeah, okay, yeah. We surrounded that front line with that break, and it's over. Okay, I want one of you just to run straight down. Just get down there. Yep. We just absolutely just smashed that. Like I said, once we took the front line, dude, they're gone. Okay, so we have more free military stuff here. I want to start producing the Nemesis air defense system that we got. Can I produce 10 of these at a time? Okay, yep. And then I want to produce 10 more salvage motorcycles. Let's grab some more mills. Not in Vault City. Okay, they've regrouped some of their forces, but they don't have as many forces as they did. Yep. Breaking through the middle like that was glorious. Let's do this. Select all. Confirm. Submit. Nice. Okay, we have Guardian Citadel now, which is what I wanted as a city. Oh, okay. What is this? Oh my god. Oh my god. There's a lot going on. Okay. First, the chem trade. Oh, I just realized the Mojave Brotherhood just declared war on somebody too. The chem trade. Control of New Reno and Vault City has given the Enclave control over the West's pharmaceutical industry. Some suggest the Enclave revive old ties with criminal syndicates and seize the waste chem trade. Others suggest we legalize the chem trade in our territory and take a cut. But some reformers claim that we do better to turn out mentats and antibiotics instead of jet and trade for rare goods. But they're probably huffing Brahmin shit. So legalizing jet is a swing issue for today's youth. Seize the chem trade for fun and profit. For fun and profit. Let us heal the nation's wounds. Ooh, okay, yep. Yep. All I had to see with those advanced components were good. That's going to be sweet to read here a second. Wait. They worship us? When we heard that one of the forces in Central Nevada were a warband of crazy tribals, dude, they look like Predator. Packing power armor, we were ready for a fight. When we heard they were led by some psychopath that wanted to burn down the whole West Coast, we were ready for war. When we arrived and saw them wearing our power armor and brandishing weapons, we were not ready for them to drop to their knees and worship us like gods. In fact, a few of our troops were a bit weirded out, but others were okay with it. It came to a head, however, when their leader tried to goad them into attacking us, and one of our lieutenants ordered the tribe to kill the man, and the tribe promptly ripped him apart. Oh my god, we got some feral dogs. Let's go. We sent some officers down there to figure out, I like that little misspell there, what the hell is going on. After a few days, they've gathered enough to understand some things. Their leaders, Kaga, arrived one day and took control, and wore a suit of damaged advanced power armor, and everyone started worshiping him and the Enclave as a result. Kaga used this to his advantage to garner a cult around him, not exactly expecting us to show up and usurp his power. Now we have an entire tribe of hundreds of thousands of people in Central Nevada that took upon us as gods. We're not sure what to do about this situation. We could let them stay here. Or, well, I guess they have a place. So 3,000 manpower, and it adds that as a result. Yeah, I'm gonna 3,000 manpower is what's up. I think this is from me reopening the academy. The academy never prepared him for this. Since incorporating the Vault City Guard into our forces, one particular guard has stood out above the rest. Formerly a mid-level guard, he's been standing out in our patrols to combat raiders and threats in the region. Being a Vertebird, Jesus, a veritable one-man army, and leading others into battle and bringing them out alive, several officers and his commander are recommending his promotion based on his combat and leadership skill. However, he was born in Courtyard and is not of Vault City genetic stock, meaning we will have a true-born Wastelander in our officers' ranks. We can, of course, give him shuffle him around and lose paperwork. Of course, we'll have him. He could stay on blue shift. Besides, he's just a security guard. Let's have him. I'm about it. We're reformers anyway. We're like half and half reformers, I guess. Enclave Vault Research Control. Dude, I've been reading a lot. Several technicians working in the Gecko nuclear power plant have been tinkering around in the plant's mainframe via some of the terminals, and it appears they found an emergency data dump from Control Station Enclave, the rig. It turns out the plant was hooked up to the old Poseidon net, and just before the rig blew up, the automated emergency system sent a data transfer to any and all sites with a large enough storage to contain the history of the Enclave. Meanwhile, this normally would be seen as great news. It seems the proximity to the damaged reactor has corrupted the data sent. We've got a history lesson, a few banners, how to correctly display the American flag, ranks, but things like scientific data and other more vital pieces of information have all been corrupted. One, however, was not. The data from the Enclave Vault Research Control are monitoring of every vault across the country, as well as the secure signals our monitoring equipment has been sending out all these years. There were always rumors among the old timers about the vaults that why so many fell was because of sociological data we gathered from them. However, that was always concealed by the highest authority, or so the rumors go. Could there be more to this than us lower rank and file were ever let on? They were just rumors, right? So, Git's event, Project Safe House. So, Project Safe House. Callahan ended his brief on the vaults, on everything contained from the data collected from the Vault Research Control. Everyone in the room was stunned silent, not wanting to believe what was before them. I've gone over every file. I've read some heinous shit in those vaults. I was Enclave Intelligence in Chicago, and none of that prepared me for what I read. If you have questions, I might be able to answer them, spoke Callahan. Score 1 for the Enclave intelligence. How did you not know? Asked Kesslet. Callahan smiled. We monitored out, not in. Yet the rig still blew up. Snarked Kesslet. Enough, barked Granite. Does anyone else know about this? I've debriefed the technicians. They are sworn to not say a word, replied Stevenson. As of now, this is the only group that knows. It needs to stay this way. If word of this ever gets out, argued Kessett. Granite sat at his desk, massaging his temples, the stories he grew up on running through his mind. How the United States was so great, how everything was amazing all his life. He saw the signs, but he denied them, ignored them. But after his conflict with Anderson and the purists, and now this, his images of the house upon a hill was, if not shattered, a little broken. Thomas was correct. If word of this got out, then what? However, there were still the matters of the vault, and even he knew people would start asking questions, looking to the slideshow Callahan had made. The logo of the corporation that made the vaults emblazoned proudly. He had his answer. We blame Vault Tech. Yep, it's called a rug. Sir, asked Callahan, I don't care. Download all those files. Lock them in some very hard master lock safe. And we never speak about this. I didn't beat that blowhard Anderson and just to have everyone riot and shed tears over this fact. For the first time, we stand a chance at achieving the Enclave dream. No, not the one where we wipe everyone out. The one where we bring America back. Everyone knows about the vaults, all the horror stories that came from the scavengers. As far as the Wasteland is concerned, it was all Vault Tech. Vault Tech for profits and to rebuild the Wasteland. Why change 200 years of common knowledge? Because we found a file. There was a silence over the group as they mulled over the plan. Granite took advantage of this. It's been 200 years. Those who made up the plan are dead, and those who suffered from it died not long after. I've seen some failed vaults myself. Very few made it past 2200. We pin it on pre-war Vault Tech executives, and we call it a day. If anyone has any objectives, I keep my pistol loaded. Now, Callahan, those holotapes. Buy it with prejudice. New word I learned. Finally got to use it. Or bury it with prejudice. Jesus, I said buy it with prejudice. Bury it with prejudice. I'm illiterate, guys. You know, I have 3 associate's degrees and a bachelor's in information technology, but I am so illiterate. I'm not going to lie. Oh, we can only take one of these. I did not realize that. Well, I guess desert's fine for us then. Why not? Okay, so we have all of that. We finished all the reading. Let's see what else we have going on for us. So Vault City is about to reopen up. So that's sweet. Sweet. Vault City University is still going. Oh, what is this? So Facilities of the Wasteland. Oh, okay. This is part of that mod that I have. That just gives us a bunker. It might give us something else too. Oh, Air Force Base. Where is this at? Tunopah. I guess these are technically all free. It just gives us options and stuff when it happens. Dang, dude, the Citadel though. Let's just pop all these. Oh, the Soldier. Tomes could be written on the secrets of TV Town from its vast... Actually, one of the things I like about this mod pack that I kind of have set up here with all these mods is there is so much backstory that we are learning from this, which is so cool and so nice. Even for just TV Town, a small town here in the desert. Oh, I'm dying. Thomas could be written on the secrets of TV Town, from its vast and impressive technology to its mysterious origins, to its curious inhabitants. This oasis in the desert has fascinated our scientists and engineers for highly advanced facilities, which in many ways would have surpassed even our facilities at the rig. Unfortunately, the only ones who could actually work these facilities were the town's synthetic denizens. Wait, synths? We have synths here. And since we've retired most, if not all of them, it will take quite some time for us to bring TV Town's subterranean facilities back online. However, not all is lost. The advanced automations of TV Town were made of highly advanced materials and componentry. They're not just robots, they're androids, and our scientists theorize the parts and augments used by the androids in TV Town could interface with biology. In other words, they could be used as cybernetic enhancements. Ooh. It's already well known across the Wasteland that the followers of the Apocalypse install such enhancements for a price in order to fund their operations. These implants have been known to greatly extend a person's lifespan and longevity, and our scientists are eager to observe the effects firsthand. One volunteer for these experiments happened to be Sergeant Major Dornan. Oh, God. The sergeant expressed interest in being involved in the program, citing his advanced age and the following concerns for health risks. He told the science team he had no intention of ending up some geriatric fossil pushing pencils around all day. Going on to say, so long as they won't let me retire, I might as well be able to stand on my own 2 damn feet without tubes stuck in me from either end. The scientist team believes the sergeant would make an excellent candidate to prove the capabilities of cybernetics, although it will take some time and investment. We're done when I say we're done. Sergeant Dornan is too impatient to let grow old and frail. He's got to work for a living. Damn it. Gain cybernetic research, which grants research minus 4% for 60 days. We don't need a cyborg sergeant. Thank you. We lose legitimacy. While no one would dare claim Sergeant Dornan was anything but a picture of health, it may become difficult to justify not letting him retire as the creep towards his 100th birthday. Oh my God. Let's do it. Let's do it. Cybernetics research, boys. We are in it to win it. Demand tribute. Who's demanding tribute from us? Sky Reavers. Where is Sky Reavers? Oh, they're right here. Oh, yeah, the Mojave chapter's at war against them, which they only really attack through this area. Area 50. We need to secure Area 51. We need to secure Area 51. How long would this take? 50 days? Okay, let me see something real quick. Actually, you know what? I don't think there's any national focus that we could take that would let us get it that quickly. So justify war goal. I want Area 51.
Why isn't your video feed working?
We need to take Area 51. We cannot let the Mojave chapter win this fight. And the nice thing, this doesn't even border the NCR here because of all these mountains. Okay. We have more PP here. Economic resurgence. Great news. Okay, so Vault City is back up. Wait, it failed. Wait, what? No, it didn't. Or did it try to promote it and it failed? So our new base of operations. So buried with prejudice. Oh god. It was an unassuming safe at the bottom of the Sierra Army Depot, tucked away in a storage room filled with cleaning supplies. It was supposed to be used for more industrial level cleaning products that pre-war could be used to create some powerful chems. This is the excuse for the master lock on the safe itself. It had a false back. That was the security measure Callahan added, and you couldn't tell unless you were intimate with the dimensions of a Safeguard series safe. Behind it, it was a set of 4 holotapes that contained the recovered data for the Project Safe House, locked away where no one was ever going to find out about it. Why didn't we just destroy the holotapes? Callahan closed the safe, and I guess maybe just we might need it in the future. Remembered back to when the rig went up, how his mentor and former commanding officer had to explain how no one could predict a tribal gaining access to the most secure location on the planet. The answer? The president classified the fact that there was a ship capable of transport towards the rig and could get past the defenses. Oh. Yeah, that was, oh, is this the rig right here? Because I see that there's oh, no, that's just a radiation storm. It was off the coast of San Francisco. I wish you could actually see it, is the thing. That would be kind of cool if they just had it out here. Maybe it's even like a small island. That'd be really cool. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. So I guess not. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize there was cards there. Because it would have been out here because it's San Francisco. Dang, yep. Oh yeah. Cuz I think it was Fallout 2, like the top-down game, where you I think make friends with the She. Oh wait, this is actually the San Francisco chapter. They're not the She anymore. Oh, they took over. They're the Asian Brotherhood of Steel. But the She, I think, with the submarine, because I think they still had the submarine, right? Or at least they were making fuel or something, and you had to like make friends with them, to get fuel for the boat that you were using that brought you to the rig. The president classified the fact that any and all naval assets had been sunk or been sent elsewhere, leaving the rig vulnerable. The president classified the fact that dozens from the mainland were brought aboard for experiments and that someone may come over looking for them. Any concern was silenced, and those who refused were exiled, executed, or erased in a wasteland where anything that can happen. A tribal got aboard the rig and blew it up, all because the president classified something to save face. Now, here Callahan was doing the exact same thing that got the rig destroyed, bearing evidence to save face and protect the honor of the Enclave. Next time, he thought, he might not get along with it. Oh god, if you lose honor by admitting fault, you have no honor in the first place. Oh my god. Admiral Isho Fujitora? The data on Project Safehouse will be kept for use at a later date. Oh, okay, so that is actually why we're keeping it. I see. So reopening the Sierra Laboratory and then streamline power armor production. Minus 30% on production cost of power armor. Let's reopen the Sierra Laboratory first. I'm kind of sad I'm not taking that. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh. Oh my god. Okay, we need to...
This is Enclave main comm. This is Enclave main comm.
Yeah, we do not have the supply down here at the moment. Just come up here and hang out for a little bit. Let the power armor do the work. How is our... Oh, no supply connection to the capital. Okay, remaining 2... Okay, that's why, okay. Ooh, that kind of scared me. Then I might be able to have them still there then. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's a no one.
I thought it was just because we had too many units over here.
Enclave here.
Okay, we should be fine then. We have more factories. Once we get that streamlined power armor, that's going to be nuts. Okay, so we have 10 in air defense systems. God, what else do I make here? Now, I'm guessing the infantry could choose between this and this, but I feel like, yeah, this with this being advanced and this being common, this has more power over it just in general, I do believe. Am I making... Okay, I am making recon power... Jesus, we have a lot. Oh, we might have a stockpile from before because we haven't actually used any of it. Let's start producing, I guess, some of this anti-air. Well, actually, I don't know. This might be considered mobile. That's air attack 75. So actually, we're not going to do any infantry-based one. We'll just attach this to everybody. I just need to produce as much of that as I can. Route established from San Francisco. Oh, okay. So we're trading with San Fran now. That's actually sweet. So we should be making, what's our cap at? 106,000 caps per quarter. Oh my God, dude, we're making money. We are making money. Let's do, that's resistance growth. For 90 days, we can get a bunch of army XP and stuff too. I guess it depends. Let me look at my tank divisions here. Because I do want to add a bunch to this. So we're currently 7.5. So this is going to be a lot of motorized stuff. Okay, so these motorcycles can do it pretty good. How much does motorcycles add? Because I want a massive tank divisions here. So we have a lot of tanks, and then let's add motorized infantry. Mobile fire teams. No, motorized infantry because I want a decent amount of organization for these. So we have 66 org, a lot of HP. A lot of soft attack, a lot of hard attack. Let's go. We're going to do a logistics company. Let's do... Honestly, I don't think I need a demolitions team. I don't think I need an anti... I guess we could use a bit more. Definitely going to put it in a maintenance team. Let's do... Vertebird medevac would be kind of nice, but... Heavy AA. I'm guessing the... That AA we're making... Or the AA we're making. I think that's this. Yeah, 86, that is definitely that then. And then a recon detachment. We lost some speed, I think, because of this. But that's fine. Yeah, the normal anti-air, I think, is the infantry ones. But we should be A-okay with what we have over there. Power armor support. Does that up org at all? No, it lowers org a little bit. Ooh, so Vertibird medevac. This uses MVB-01 Vertibirds. Okay, we'll add that. It's about to be a mean unit. That only adds 0.4 for the organization. That was the only reason why I added the medevac was for them. But this gives us a more initiative too. No, I'm going to hold off on that. This is what we're going to use. This is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. We even have equipment capture ratio here. A lot of manpower, though. Oh my God, that's definitely a lot of manpower. Okay, that's nuts. Production. We're not producing any of those vertibirds yet. I need to do that. Which one's the? I think this is the medevac one, right? Because it has a little plus sign on it. Yep. Okay. We're making one of these a day, so honestly, 20 factories should be okay for that. The white legs. I think, oh yeah, they are gaining more power. They're fighting New Canaan right now. Okay, we're getting more mills up. That's good. I need to do something about my logistics. I need to get my logistics higher. Let's do quadrant searching. So it says it's established. It's not disappearing, though. Is that just like, hey, this happened? Or do I need to go and add it myself? Oh, okay. Look at that here in a second. I want to check this real quick before I forget. Oh, yeah. So from San Francisco. Okay, so it does just do it automatically. So I guess I can just right-click that and get rid of it. Sierra Labs. Our restoration and expansion of the Sierra Army Depot's research facilities have made them the envy of any Wasteland lab, reviving even the facilities on board the rig. Our scientists can now work in a clean, safe, and secure environment with some of the most advanced systems in the known world, though the question of what to do with them remains an issue. Some say we should open up a new research and development department with our expanded capabilities. Others are saying they could be used to assist in projects already going on. So set aside for additional projects or utilize. Only 3% research speed? No. A whole research slot will help us so much more than just stacking that little bit of extra there. Ooh, this could help us with equipment conversion rate, but I want to up my efficiency a little bit there. Okay. So Fortress Sierra. Let's do streamlined power armor production now. I noticed, though... Okay, never mind. We do actually have too many guys down here. Okay, so I do need to take some... I do need to take some of these guys off. Let me move these guys up here. That'll be the bulk. We'll use the 5 and then the power armor unit. That way they're not attrition and they can get a little bit more. Because there's not a lot that's here. Because they are... I think most of their troops are down here fighting these guys. Or fighting the chapter. Dude, I want Area 51 so bad. Because there's a mod that we're using that lets us open, like, crack open Area 51. And some either very bad stuff can happen or some very good stuff can happen, I do believe. I don't know what, and that's what kind of scares me, but at the same time, I love the idea of it. How much army XP do we have? Let's do this. That way we can use up a little bit less supply for our infantry units. All right, let's hide from the NCR. 205 that is costing me. Jesus. So what does this do? Sponsor a railway. So it just gives us a building slot, I believe. Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, we finished that. Okay, one day we could finish the core assembly, and then we're building our new power armor. Okay, perfect. And I just spent some of that. I'm hoping that the army XP I spent doesn't mess me up here. Okay, so default helmet. So we have internal databases, and then we have recon sensors. Okay, so it looks like the recon sensors is better. Yeah. And then we have the mobility slot here, which we have this, which we have kinetic servos now. Jesus, dude, this actually gives us a minus 15% to our reliability on these. That is crazy, and it doesn't even do much. So that's definitely something we're upgrading, gives us a little bit more speed. We're going to go with explosive vent, stealth boy. Can we do explosive vents multiple times? That's kind of funny. I think we can. Oh my god, let's not do that. I kind of want to mix these up a little bit. Core assembly adds a little bit of speed and stuff, but I'm like a little on that. Oh, we only have the one stealth boy though. And then kinetic dynamo? Yeah, dynamo. Oh, we only have one of these. So we can actually have multiple explosive vents then. Okay. Yeah, let's do that then. We'll have 2 explosive vents. We'll have the one stealth boy, the one kinetic dynamo. The power plant, okay, so we haven't upgraded. We don't have more research for the power plant. We do have the welded rebar, though, which hardness plus 5%, hardness plus 20%. We lose a kilometer of speed, though. We also get hit by ability hard. Jesus. Let's not do that. Oh, well, I guess I could do this, though. I could upgrade these, which, no, that lowers reliability. Okay, here we go. Quality. So we can go 10 on quality, which ups field or production costs and usage. That gets us a 56 reliability. Dude, our power armor is not reliable in the least. Oh, we have an extra slot here that we could just throw this in, then core assembly. Cool. That just gives us something else to use for a little bit. 7.4 kilometers. Do I go with this then and then get a little bit more hardness? No, I feel like for the... But we're producing a lot, but we're also using a lot more. Oh, that is way too expensive. Oh my god. Okay, let's hold off. I'm gonna leave that open for a second, and hopefully we can gain some kind of army XP. Oh my god. Okay, is there any way for us to gain some more army XP? I know there was one thing that let us do it. Okay, so we can invest in military academy. Let's do that because we have the money for it. And then there's something else that I saw before. I don't know if we still have it. So we have this. It takes command power, which we have 208. I will spend that 100. And then okay, streamline. So that's done. Let's do this, and then let's go Fortress Sierra. We could fully finish that out. And now, God, this could be kind of funny just having this sit here. This will help us gain some more army XP too. Declare war. Conquer. We got some more research here. wait, we have a 10-year. Oh my god. That adds even more breakthrough for the armor. Ooh, I don't know how to get these other ones is the thing. Because, okay, we need advanced power armor schematics. And then advanced power. I don't know how to get those is the thing. So we could get like the T45D power armor. And then possibly try to make it towards the T60 at some point. Because the T60 is the only one that really beats out the X01 base stats without upgrades. So we could grab this, but that's like, that's crazy. That's 10 years. Oh, wait, this gives us reliability, though, the hardened armor. So we can go from the composite to the hardened and do so much better. This is such a hard decision, honestly. Because it's like I could get here and then try to get here and get really good power, but it's only slightly better than our X01 at the moment, I want to say. Well, that's base. Until we can try to get those. Let's try to get the hardness. Let's do that. We'll spend it on that. Because, yeah, this is 505 days, actually. Oh, my God. That's fine. We'll deal with it like that. Emergency protocol. I don't know what this actually does. One installed overrides the privileges and restrictions of the power armor in emergency situations. Okay. Gives us a little bit more speed and stuff. Let's look at some of our other research down here. One of them being like the Enclave kit, because I want to start replacing some of our basic infantry with special forces infantry. Okay. Let's get this going. Fellas.
That's a no one.
I need you to attack. Okay, yeah, now we're just going to run them down. I need Area 51. I cannot allow the Mojave chapter to break through like they're doing right now and to take it. The only... Oh, God, okay. Something bad's happening. Unfortunate news. Unfortunately, it appears some of our soldiers have taken up the practice of blasting a pre-war song on from their Vertebird during routine patrols. It does not need explaining how this behavior is reckless and needlessly conspicuous. Nonetheless, our popularity must be considered in these uncertain times. Ooh. What's our current... God, I really don't want to do that then. Honestly, we have 100% intellectual power. Crack down on it. Let's read this one first. So, Silver Peak Lithium Mine. Silver Peak was one of Nevada's oldest mining towns, having been founded all the way back in the 1860s during World War II. The area was prospected for precious resources, whereupon a deposit of lithium was discovered in a nearby dry lake bed. It wouldn't be until the 1960s that the deposit would be exploited, producing for over 100 years, long-standing alone as the United States' only domestic source of lithium. Jesus, dude, we're having a lot of the only domestic mines in our area over here. It's kind of crazy. I didn't realize that. I wonder if a lot of this is true. The mine would eventually, like IRL, the mine would eventually lose this title in the build-up to the resource wars when other deposits of domestic lithium, the biggest of which being in McDermott in the north were exploited in order to limit the United States' dependency on foreign imports. Post-war, the mine did see a small amount of use. The Rangers made a feeble attempt at using the lithium mined here for batteries and electricity production. However, with the mine back in our hands, does this give us power? And lithium ion being long antiquated by microfusion, we know the lithium of the mine will be far better put to use in building advanced composites and ceramics, Jesus, dude, which hold far more value to us. I hope the lithium I'm mining will be used in your armor. Oh, okay. Methane cometh from Brahmin. Scrap Heap's story starts much like any other wasteland shantytown, folks coming together to form an uneasy community where 4 walls and a roof were all you needed and all you got. While residents claim that the town has existed for over 100 years, not every wasteland chart will show you the town of Scrap Heap. This left the town and its people to their own devices, forcing them into a necessary self-reliance. This self-reliance led them to build their very own power generator, which with which to stave off the cold Nevada nights. But what makes this town and the story so noteworthy is how they build their generator. Rather than utilizing existing microfusion technology, the townsfolk built a methane fire steam boiler which used Brahmin dung as its fuel. This cheap and easy to run generator provided enough electricity to keep the town warm and comfortable for decades. That was until the Guardians moved in. When Scrap Heap prospered enough to put it on the map, the neighboring Guardians took notice and swooped in to seize the town and its people. The town's generator was destroyed, and the townspeople were forced to pay tribute in the form of Brahmin in exchange for the energy needed to keep warm. Thus, the town was made wholly reliant on the Guardians, who enacted a draconian policy of historical erasure and conscription upon the people of Scrap Heap. Great, that's wonderful that we took them then. We took out the Guardians for you. Join us. Now the Guardians are gone, however, Scrap Heap is attempting to brush itself off from the decades of subjugation. A young woman claiming to be a descendant of the original designer and builder of the town's methane generator is one of the few residents who had the story of Scrap Heap passed down in spite of the Guardians' persecution. She claims she has the old generator schematics locked away inside her mind and has already begun trying to rebuild her forefathers' designs. However, she has been met with some backlash from the town's Brahmin farmers. They fear that regaging the economy to servicing power generation would greatly hinder their own fledgling businesses. In the end, the choice may well come down to us. Do we invest in the generator or the Brahmin farmers? So, who runs Scrap Heap? With our investment into this new system of easy and cheap power generation, not only will Scrap Heap be able to begin exporting their electricity, but we can even begin replicating this technology across the frontier towns of the Wasteland with limited access to technology. It's funny because the Brahmins could just turn around and sell their Brahmins for food still. I don't get what they're so mad about. As for the Brahmin farmers of the town, however, their hides and meats will have to go off the menu to provide as much fuel as possible for the generators. I don't know anything about methane, so we just get some water. The Brahmin farmers of Scrap Heap made gold out of lead by farming on a land most others would consider completely unarable. We can invest here and learn new technologies which we could employ on every corner of the wastelands. We gain agriculture. Fortunately, the tinkerer will have to move on to greener pastures. No, power generation. You do not have permission to die. Following a long and arduous series of sugaries, Sergeant Major Arch Dornan has emerged from the observation period a new man. Oh, he's back. He's back and stronger. He's sporting now a myriad collection of some of the finest cybernetic enhancements our science teams could assemble. Ignoring doctors' orders for a regime of physical therapy and rehab, Sergeant Dornan immediately returned to his normal duties and then some. He found a platoon of unsuspecting recruits and started them on an impromptu 12-mile run, leading the whole way and hardly breaking a sweat. The science team, which had to make use of a command vehicle to even hope to keep up, was astonished by the data they collected after the run. Each implant was operating at peak efficiency, including Sergeant's favorite, his enhanced vocal cords, which the recruits attested to. While none's lifespan can be certainly predicted by any means, our scientists hypothesize they've increased Sergeant Dornan's life expectancy astronomically. He and others from the old guard who volunteered to undergo the same procedures could find themselves continuing to serve for many, many more years to come. You will remain in this man's army until you are 510 years old. So we gain 3% legitimacy and research bonus for implant technology. Dude, that is crazy. How much army XP do we have? I'm kind of getting tired of this sitting on my screen. Area 51, here I come. We're gonna march right in and take your bum.
Who the hell is this? The president?
Nice, okay. Now the Mojave chapter is here with a decent amount of points is the issue too. Crap. No. No, I need this. Don't do this to me. Why can't I take it? Area 51. There we go. I will at least have Area 51 under my control. If not, anything else. Area 51 will be mine. Okay, I think that's all I can really take then. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, it's two... Oh, yeah, it's 228. But he probably also has a bunch of points stocked up, doesn't he? Ah, yep, 251. Crap. Yep. Yep, that's it. That's all I could take. That's fine. I secured Area 51, and that's all that matters. We're able to take Area 51 out from under them. Perfect. Oh, man. God, we're only at 60 manpower. I might just have to come back and do this again. I really don't want that sitting on my screen for that long, if I'm being honest. Dude, the 80s are massive. Like, I'm kind of afraid to fight them when that time comes. I also need to train more ground, like normal ground forces. In case we do go more to war. Let's add recon to our infantry. And then let's do anti-tank. Ah, crap. No, let's not spend... No spending army XP. I kind of want to change these guys' images, but I like the E. Could go with that, because I think that's the basic infantry Enclave helmet, right? The one with the gas mask on it. Dude, I like a lot of these. These are actually pretty cool. Ooh, that's a Brotherhood of Steel one, though. I really don't want to use that. It kind of saddens me. Oh, wait, there's a straight up E here, too. I could just use this for these guys also. Or that one. This is like the old army, I want to say. Image, because that's like the combat armor. We have a lot of pop. This is going to eat up our money, but we have so much money that I don't think we really have to worry about it. Okay, we only get trained 12 divisions of this infantry. But these guys are going to be... Oh, man, look at those tanks on my border. That's not good. That's really not good. Okay, let's do this. God, we're stacking some biplanes now.
Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave.
God, I really don't know who to take next, if I'm being honest.
Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave.
Okay, so we got that done. We have the bus done.
And the fucking president's watching us like a hawk.
Oh, God, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, fallback line, just to kind of set them up like this.
And the fucking president's watching us like a hawk.
Okay. So we have another national. So we finished Fortress Sierra. We have that one research, which should mean we should be able to go the Department of Defense, which removes disorganized remnants. Let's go, dude. We actually have the Department of Defense now, or well, here in a bit. Okay, we finished Wasteland bus. So I'm gonna probably set up a motorized unit for that. Or I guess would this be considered mechanized? The Wasteland bus? I want to say it would, right? We have 41 days for the tank to finish. I do want to get scavenged pickup trucks next, too. Let's do this. Let's, okay, I think this is the highest we can go for this, so let's send these guys back out. Economic resurgence. So finally, Guardian Citadel's back up and running. The Day of Judgment of New Canaan in flames. Okay, yeah, that's, these guys are fighting New Canaan. Is there any options we have now that we have Area 51? I think we might have to wait. The mutants organize. Oh, God. The one saving grace in the never-ending nightmares that was the super mutant menace was that the mutants were disorganized and scattered beyond a new camps and raiding parties. We rarely had to worry about a coordinated assault, and good tactician could use the mutant stupidity against them. It looks like that has changed. Attacks are becoming less frequent but more organized. There are even reports that mutants are erecting fortifications in the areas around the old lamplight caverns. Whatever is going on, it can't be good. Not our problem. Not our problem, boys. You guys can deal with that. Ooh, this ups trade income. We lose 3 civs, though. Let's do it. We have the money for sure. Oh, I say that, and we're down to 141,000 caps. Oh, my God. The fall of New Canaan. Wait. It was the Legion that was fighting New Canaan? I thought it was these guys. Was it not? I guess not, unless that's like under them. Okay, so the fall of New Canaan. New Canaan, the heart of the Mormon faith, has fallen to the Legion. Caesar's Legion has crucified several of their leaders in a vicious mockery of their faith, and its inhabitants now face an uncertain future under Caesar's Legion. Utah now joins Arizona and New Mexico under the Red Banner. Oh, God. With New California in disarray after the Enclave's conquest and New Canaan in ashes, there is no one to stop the Legion from subduing the peaceful settlements on its fringes, unless the Republic of the Rio Grande wants to help. By the rivers of Babylon, we wept when we remembered Zion. So Caesar's Legion gains add Terror of the Waste, which grants oh my God. Dude, Caesar's Legion's gonna be a menace. Wait, they lose attack bonuses against me? Home in the ruins for the White Legs. Or do I lose against them? I guess I think I lose that against them then? I'm so confused. Dude, that's making me even like more afraid to fight Caesar's Legion. I'm not gonna lie, dude. That's rough. I need the NCR to pick up and demolish Caesar's Legion, please. I might try to border them to where when the NCR goes to war against them, I can come in and like swoop in from the side. The League of Citizens. Linnet gave the speech to the audience of hardline segregationists as if on autopilot, going on and on about the importance of segregating the radiation damage from the pure humans. She believed none of it, but she had little choice to comply. The traditions in Vault City always longed for a return to the days of Linnet's mother, where the superior breed of humanity ruled over the lessers. However, their influence has greatly diminished in recent history thanks to the NCR's influence. But with the fall of Vault City, the NCR garrison was destroyed. and the few survivors ended up in Golgotha to prevent spreading news of the Enclave's return. Now free from the NCR's gaze, and their ranks bolstered by the more genetically aware reformers, the traditionalists have reasserted themselves in Vault City politics. They have formed a new political party, the League of Citizens, which is quickly becoming the dominant political force in Vault City. The League aims to restore Vault City back to her glory days before the NCR degenerate democracy infected the city, before those damned follower anarchists spread their foolish notion of equality. Back when everyone knew their place, when only the best specimens of humanity could lead. Some of the more radical League members believe the Vault City model should be spread all across America. After all, didn't the Vault City model lead to the most advanced city in the Wasteland? Lynette wrapped up her speech, and the audience gave an applause. Now and powerless figurehead of a hardline segregationist movement, she had no choice but to follow the party line as she left the stage. She made a silent apology to the humans, ghouls, and mutants she had betrayed. Meanwhile, in New Reno, Granite listened to the recording. Never did it occur to him that Wastelanders outside the Enclave would have their own hardline views of humans. Wastelanders, ghouls, and mutants, he'd have to choose his options wisely. So 2 steps forward, 1 step back. The elite party will now be called the League of Citizens. First Citizen Lynette becomes the elite party. We gain 5% legitimacy. We lose stability. They gain 10% power. Unlocks as a political advisor. The League has something of a point, if acknowledged his viewpoint as legitimate. So we lose legitimacy. They gain a lot of power. No, let us go forward together. Available because you are charismatic. Oh, that's cool. We hold these truths to be self-evident. I actually like that in true Fallout fashion, some of the backstory and stuff you take follows you into like making choices. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The elite party will now be called the League of Citizens. First citizen shall become the party leader. We gain 7% legitimacy. They only gain 5%. Okay, nice. We're going to take that. The return of arcade cannon. Since the Enclave's... so cannon was actually part of the Enclave? Since the Enclave's reform and integration of American citizens, some of those who fled after the fall of Navarro have returned to us. Among those is the scientist Arcade Cannon, the son of an Enclave officer who later joined the followers of the Apocalypse. Inspired by our promises of a better life for the people of the Waste, he's willing to return to Enclave ranks. I love a man in uniform. Let's see what bonuses he actually gives us. So we have economic affairs here. Okay, here he is. Plus 20% PP gain. We do gain 5% factory, but that's too good to pass up, honestly. That's a lot of PP gain. I like gaining a PP. This is the chop shop stuff, not really what I'm looking at or wanting to look at. Subsidize our own caravans. Nuka-Cola core. More available civs than 5? Wait. We have a lot of civs. What do you mean, game? Huh? I'm so confused by that. Is it because they're not, like, they're being currently, like, being used for building? Like, can I not just... Okay, I guess I'm so confused by that. Let me see something real quick. So, construction... Ah, crap. Okay, yeah, I'm not doing any of the other stuff right now. I thought I was... Oh, my game crashed. Okay. We are probably gonna... do I want to end it here? We took Area 51. We took some of the other stuff. We had the Sierra Madre. We're forming the Department of Defense. No, we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and I actually... It dropped me, like, right as I was about to take Area 51. We actually got more score this time, for some reason. So we might be able to claim more than what we originally did, funny enough. Okay. I guess that kind of worked out in our favor. Oh, we're at 10 out of 10. Okay, that's actually kind of wild. I'm guessing because I think this time, instead of rushing Area 51 down, I think we took this, and I think that gave us more points, is what actually happened. Okay. God, I'm not 100% sure what kind of changed in that time. Okay, so this did... Okay, there goes Fortress. Okay. So we're probably gonna have those other options pop again. We're not gonna read them again. We read them once. We're not gonna read them again. Okay, economic resurgence. We're gonna retrain up these 12 again. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Okay. And then, yeah, we started taking... God, we still haven't even done these yet. Oh my god. Okay, the Department of Defense. We're gonna need to do that again in the future. Yeah, so New Canaan got dropped there. I'm just gonna let it run and not actually pause while I look at these. We're gonna take long range radio communications there. So missing equipment production, cargo planes, and close air support planes. Yeah. Okay, there goes the fall of New Canaan. Raider attack. Wait. This is new. We didn't have this before. Raider attacks have been part of the daily horrors of the Wasteland life for many towns on the border of our controlled territory. This has not changed. Recently, another report has come about a small town ravaged by a raider gang, but this time we have a solid lead on the location of the perpetrators. Those responsible will be brought to justice, so we gain some legitimacy there. Kill them all and let God sort it out. So firebomb the raider settlement. We gain PP and ooh. If only they had a better target for their raids. So we lose legitimacy, but we lose suspicion. But I'm gonna do the legitimacy there. I want to try to get my legitimacy up, especially because we're gonna be losing legitimacy going down the segregation route, which does suck. But at the same time, it's like good for us in terms of the technology that we'll get out of it. I'm hoping he rejoins us from Canaan Anderson person. Fuel capacity plus 5%. I don't really care for that. Okay, so Department of Defense. Did I already read this or no? No. Okay, so I did not. Once just a series of pins on a uniform, with the president's orders, the Department of Defense has been restored, with officers slowly diverging from sub-departments under the Army to full branches worthy of their heritage. While the Army will still take center stage, being the reclamation of America is primarily a land war, the other branches have laid out what is needed to reform the military into pre-war fighting force that knew no equal. Many within the government, however, have pointed that focusing on the military would distract from much-needed reform and development projects on the civilian side of the house. To alleviate these fears, the president has spoken that the Department of Defense will take a back seat, and that civilian restoration projects are still the primary concerns of the government, pointing out the technological might of the Army and its rapidly growing numbers. So that means do not focus on the DoD all at once. Why? What options do we have in the DoD? Because I'd like to, just go down just the entirety of the DoD. Why not? Armed Forces Network, Wartime Draft, Revive the Air Force. So adds technology, decisive engagement, informed edge. Reform the general staff. Military propaganda. Ooh. Home defense. That's also could be kind of nice. Civil defense. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we're not going to go down that fully. I'd mostly wanted it for a different option that I cannot fully remember now, if I'm being honest. God, what was the other thing that we were going to take that we needed that for? Oh my god. Oh, okay, here's the Area 51 thing. Okay, so it wasn't like PP options. It was actually this thingy. God, I can't remember now. National Focus. I gotta restore Area 51 before we end this episode, man. We got to. Oh. Okay, we're back. That was copyrighted music, so I had to pause it. The DoD Reborn. It is an unfortunate fact that we can secure peace only by preparing for war. John F. Kennedy will conquer the continent. Okay, so that's sweet. And we're doing we're restoring Area 51 now. Okay, I kind of need to save some of my PP here. Oh, Vault City can be upgraded. So promote node of Vault City. Perfect. Construction. Let me actually do this real quick. And I'm going to lower this to 1 because I want to see what's going on with that one thing. For the Nuka-Cola thing. Okay, economic growth. Excellent. God, where is it? Yeah, this. Because it says it needs 5 civs. Oh, what is this? Okay. So this is the installation management command. Further develop Army Depot Hawthorne. So it gives us an arms workshop, airbase, airbase, airbase. These are all just air bases. That's airbase and anti-air, so that's kind of cool. We'll probably do those next episode in case it wants me to read more stuff. So I'm trying to stay away from is all the reading right now, dude. We've read so much stuff. Okay, so nice. He has returned. We already read that. That's perfect. Route established from Ario, so that's nice. We have some more established stuff there. Okay, once this finishes, we're going to check the Nuka-Cola bottle cap facility. Dude, so many factions are becoming so big on our borders. I really don't like this. Oh, the Oregon chapter is fighting them. Nitroglycerin. Nice, dude. Our 2, like, armor divisions are up. Our massive armor division. Dude, this armor divisions are nasty. Oh, I forgot to re-add this guy back to them. Okay, let's do this.
Why isn't your video feed working?
Okay, I want to check to see if we have anybody that is good in tank stuff. So I need some tank boys. Terrain penalty reduction could help our tanks too. Ooh, I could get something with motorized too, because we are using a lot of motorized. This guy also has a +6. Ah, the experience leadership gain though does suck. I really don't want that then. I guess I could just give whoever that ability to do that. Recovery rate's also good. Oh, here you go. We have motorized here with General Army. Cold War, Winter Acclimation, and Planning Speed's pretty good. Let me see something real quick. Is there actually something I can use for tanky boys? This would actually be nice right here too, that breakthrough for the tanks. Gun nut, robotics expert, gunslinger, leadfoot. Okay, so that's for the motorized. Ninja. Motorized, demolition. Okay, so is there not any skills for tank divisions? Oh, here we go, tank attack. So this is something we need. Field marshal traits are only available. Oh, so this is a field marshal trait. Ah, okay. So I might build up another field marshal then with them under it. And I might throw some of the extra, like I might do this. Throw this infantry group under him, start building that up a little bit. This way we can have like 2 separate military groups. So honestly, at this point, we just need somebody with high attack. Colonel Mary Orwich. Like decent attack at least. And probably decent supply skill. So like this person right here, it's probably really good. I just don't like the idea. Like this dude's like so good with power, like paratroopers, pain train. Like this guy is kind of nuts in terms of power armor people. So I'm probably going to hold off on, I'm not going to use him. What about this guy? Supply consumption, equipment capture ratio, leadership experience, division attack, terrain penalty. Okay, yeah, we'll go with this guy, actually. He seems to be pretty decent. Let's see, field marshals, what do we have here? Oh, yeah, I forgot about James' song. Forgot we got that man. He has breakthrough plus 10%, some extra defense, which is kind of eh. Desert attack, division attack. You know what, James Song? You are the man to be. And then let's give you heavyweight for tank attack and tank defense. And then that's on core territory. We'll give you the terrain penalty reduction. That way you can do some really good stuff with that. And then let's do... So there's going to be a lot of motorized and stuff in this too. Let's do some motorized, guys. So let's motorized demolition, support. Where's Leadfoot? 'Cause I think it was Leadfoot, right, that we're looking for? Am I just that blind? I think I am. Okay, here it is, Leadfoot. So yep, we're going to take Leadfoot here. Oh, we have another one too. Do I do Gun Nut then? Because this is over the entirety. Oh, nope. Bonus movement on land. There we go. Yep. Yep. That is actually great. And then this is our tank boy here. Right? No. Yeah. Wait, yeah? Yeah. That's our tank guy. Tank / motorized. So I could actually give him Leadfoot also then. Oh, yeah, dude. We are stacking bonuses now. That is actually wonderful. Okay, I'm going to finish restoring Area 51. Oh, okay, this is the Air Force base. So the town of Topol has tumultuously stood the test of time at the center of Nevada's most important historical chapters, from its mining history to the Second World War, to the tourism industry, and finally the apocalypse. Founded in 1900, the town was a boom up until the 1920s, when most of the gold and silver mines had fallen. From then on, the town would turn to tourism to float its economy. When World War II fell upon America, Tonopah became home to a new Army airfield, which was used for training throughout the war. It was even there that fighter ace Chuck Yeager trained with the 357th Fighter Group shortly after the war. The airfield was decommissioned and turned to a civilian aerodrome, but was reactivated and expanded in the years leading up to the Great War. During the Cold War with the Soviet Union, the Topog test range was built, but known as Area 52. The test range encompassed a wide tract of land east of Tonopah and was serviced by the newly built test range airport in the late 1950s. From the airfield, countless weapon and aircraft tests were conducted until the Area 52 testing facilities were moved to a location north and east of Tonopah in the 2010s. Despite this move, the base continued to operate as home to the constant PEG program. Oh, God. PEG, PEG program, where the Red Eagle's new training missions in and against both Russian and later Chinese fighter planes. The program was run out of Tonopah for nearly a century until virtual reality sims proved more cost-effective. The last notable installation in Tonopah is in Tonopah Air Force Station near Radar Ray, one of the longest operating U.S. military radar stations in the lower 48, having been established in 1956 and kept in service until the Great War. This impressive list of military installations and history drew a large number of prospectors to the region to salvage equipment and componentry in the post-war years. Eventually, a gang of cultists who dressed as clowns and worshipped the new famous Clown Motel tourist attraction took over the town. They kidnapped and pillaged as raiders for decades until the Brotherhood of Steel came and cleared the town. Doubtlessly drawn to the advanced technology left behind from the Great War, this sect soon after became the Guardians. Oh, that was the Guardians? Most of what remnant of the town Topol was ruins, which made it easier for the town to be built around accommodating the military. All that's left is to give the base an official name. Tonopah Air Force Base it is. Just be sure to get rid of that creepy clown motel. Not everyone needs to be about the Air Force. Name will remain the same. Where are the clowns? Send in the clowns. There ought to be clowns. Change the name to Topol to Clown Town. Oh, dude, that'd be hilarious, but I want it to be actually marked as an Air Force base. Production efficiency cap. Okay. Area 51 is almost done, man. Give me Area 51. I'm gonna go to 5 speed real quick. Okay, this Wasteland tank done. Mobile maintenance groups. Since that doesn't change the speed of our, like, our other groups, I don't know why we would have it unless it becomes like a main group in it. This vehicle. Let's go for tank upgrades. Speed it up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Restoring Area 51 and the Nevada test site. So restoring Dreamland, hidden away deep into Nevada lies one of America's most secretive bases, the nexus of conspiracy theories, pseudoscience, and whatever else the commies could cook up pre-war. Even much of the Enclave wasn't privy to what went on in the base, with only the president and the Joint Chiefs aware of what all went on there. Sadly, their knowledge went down with the rig. Now we're left to pick up the remains and investigate the base like some NCR expedition. Post-war, the base's remote location and secretive nature left it undisturbed, aside the tribal raiders that are the descendants of the pre-war garrison who seem to worship their ancestors as gods. Now that we're back in control, it's time we investigate the base and recover its secrets and the secrets of the Great Nevada Test Site. Our course, we only do one thing at a time. So search the labs, open the hangars. Ooh. Okay, I think is that one or the other? Okay, yeah, so open the hangar, investigate the labs. Oh, there's Area 52. Area 22. So this gives us 6 airbase. I'm wondering if it gives us, like, good stuff, though. Let's open the hangars. Opening the hangars, because, you know, when you arrive on site, that's the first thing you see. There were rumors and whispers among the troops over what exactly could be in the hangars. What we found, or what we would find. A few shifted uneasily in their power armor as the engineers cracked open the old rusted doors. Even a few officers stood uneasy as they cracked open before them. Before their worried eyes was a flight of pre-war nuclear fighters. A bit anticlimactic. This repeated itself as engineers opened each door of the base, resulting in pre-war fighters that has been sheltered for the better part of centuries laying there, ready to be refurbished and restored. So much else, Area 51 was the center of our advanced aircraft programs. Of course, the surface hangars held actual aircraft. We could return the planes to service or scrap them for a production boost to our fighters with spare parts. I mean, yeah, scrap them. Oh my god. But 50 units of American nuclear jet fighters. Going with the jet fighters, dude. We have to take the jet fighters there. Oh, yeah. I gotta see how far these things go, too. Like, how... Oh, dude, that's beautiful. 900 kilometers. Dude, 175, 900. Air attack. What's your air superiority looking like? 1.6? Yeah, 0.50. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. These things can go everywhere and anywhere. Oh, my God. I'm just going to put them over Eastern California right now. Oh, my God. Okay, we have... This is where I'm going to end the episode today. We have reclaimed Area 51, and we are going to be cracking that thing open, man. We've already got nuclear fighters, which is crazy. We're also very big long ways. We're the Enclave a long style. I do hope you guys are enjoying this series. I'm very much enjoying it. At some point, I'm gonna have to take over the NCR, but as it stands, I kind of want to see the story kind of kick off between the NCR and Caesar's Legion. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want them to fight. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. If you are new here, consider liking, subscribing, and or commenting on the video. It really helps us with the YouTube algorithm and just helps us grow as a whole. Night Ops out.